Hello, good morning, and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. We are a little early, but what's a minute here and there? Anyway, this show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, but mainly things that we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information comes from the smart device application Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music, and anything else potentially interesting that we do gather throughout the show, most times, check the underbar in the description below. Anyway, I am A.O. Xander.
Golden Loon.
I thought you were changing your name.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, well, it's pending. And I am once again joined by...
Hi, I'm Loki. Hello.
Yup. And today is Sun's Day, also known as Sunday, July 3rd, 2022. Starting us off, do you want to start us off today, Mr. Lokes? Okay, we're going to start us off in the year 324. During the Battle of Adrianople, Roman Emperor Constantine I defeated his co-emperor Licinius, who fled to Byzantium. Moving on up to 1187, during the Battle of Horns Hattin, Saladin, Sultan of Egypt and Syria, destroyed Jerusalem's Crusader army. Yeah, Saladin, one of the greatest leaders, of all time. One of the most generous. Like he was actually really humble, really humane. He didn't just murder everybody left and right because he could. He actually let people go. Like if you've ever seen the movie Kingdom of Heaven. I think that stars Orlando Bloom, I don't know. But no, Saladin's actions, his behavior are very on point with how he was in real life. But if you surrender, I'll let you all go, I swear to God, and he does, Anyway, moving on up into 1250, Louis the Ninth of France was captured by Bibar's Mameluke army at the Battle of Farisker, while he was in Egypt conducting the Seventh Crusade. He later had to ransom himself. Ransom himself. So I guess he bought his own way out of jail or something.
That makes no sense. I don't get where that goes.
Ransom yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you can pay your own bail, I guess. That makes sense. Anyway, jumping on up into 1428, the Treaty of Delft between Jacoba of Bavaria and Philip the Good of Burgundy occurred. The Treaty of Delft. Let's look that up here real quick.
Heard of that.
Let's see here. Also called the Reconciliation of Delft. It was signed, on this date in 1428 between those people. Okay, but what was it? We just read what that was.
Yeah.
The agreement ended hostilities during the Hook and Cod Wars in the County of Holland, County of Holland, between the Hooks, supported by England, and the Cods, supported by the County of Flanders. Hooks and Cods. What is this, a fishing thing?
It's amazing how much history we lose over time. All those terminologies, those groups, whatever, never heard of.
Well, how long will it be before World War II is not even really taught anymore? Because 1,000 years, eventually, because you can only teach so much in school, you can only learn so much in a lifetime, in World War I and II and everything, that's, still important to today, but there were things that were just as significant, if not more so, in the eyes of people just 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
And that's all just insignificant now.
Well, we lose over time, everything. Whether it's personal, family, all of a sudden you see old photos, who are these people? Nobody knows.
Yeah. Yeah,
Same
that's...
thing. We just lose, over time you lose it.
Mm-hmm. Without written documentation, there's nothing left but hearsay. So... you're going to say something, Lokes?
No, sorry, I was just out for a minute. I had to deal with my daughter. Sorry about that.
No worries. 1608, Samuel de Champlain founded the city of Quebec. Oh, look at that. 1630, Emperor Ferdinand II opened German Parliament. 1661, Portugal gave Tangier and Bombay to the English King Charles II. Tangier and Bombay, I believe those are two. I know Bombay's in India. I think that's right. Portugal did own some of India at one point. So
I have no clue.
Yeah,
could have.
Here's an interesting one. 1754, George Washington surrendered to the French at Fort Necessity during the 7 Years' War. So
To the French, though.
yeah, to the French.
Yeah.
Well,
It sounds like a friendly surrender to protect them from the English.
I guess so. But still, pretty interesting that the father of our nation, of what eventually became the greatest country on earth, surrendered to the country that is stereotypically the surrenderers. For now. Well, yeah. 1845, pioneering French magician Jean-Eugène Robert Houghton opened his magic theater in Paris. Huh.
Magical moment.
Ha. 1861, the Pony Express arrived in San Francisco with overland letters from New York. Oh, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Pony Express, for how famous it was, it didn't last that long.
Not really, no.
No, because, before they, because people were like, the trains, the international or intercontinental railroad and all that stuff. No, airmail started, making a thing. What are you doing? What?
No, go.
Anyway, 1871, Jesse James robbed a bank of $45,000 in Corydon, Iowa. Jesse James.
Yeah, something similar. What was that we were talking about yesterday? $40,000. Wasn't that the, who was it? No, that was...
yeah, did he rob it? Or was it like...
train robbery with, I'm trying to think who they were.
Butch Cassidy?
Yeah, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance.
Yeah, that's right.
So this is the same type of deal.
So it was like well over $1 million in today's money.
Yeah.
1886, in Germany, Carl Benz drove the first automobile in Germany. Was that the first automobile period?
I think we were first, weren't we?
No. This is
in
This is in 1886.
Okay.
The automobile is not a U.S. invention. Yeah, I think
It came from Europe. I was trying to remember.
I think this is the first car. Period.
Okay.
So. 1900, during the Wimbledon women's tennis, Blanche Bingley Hilliard defeated rival and fellow Briton Charlotte Cooper 4-6, 6-4, and 6-4. 1912, New York Giants pitcher Rube Marquard tied Tim Keefe's 1888 MLB record 19-game win streak with 2-1 versus the Brooklyn Dodgers, and had 21-2 end of season in 1911. What does that mean? 21-2?
What's that?
21-2 end of season. What does that mean?
They went 21-2 to end the season.
Like victories?
21 wins and no 2 losses.
Okay.
Which is pretty amazing.
Lokes, if you want to read any articles, just pipe in. Interrupt me. I don't care. 1922, Intergovernmental Conference on Identity Certificates for Russian Refugees, convened by Fridtjof Nansen in Geneva, created the Nansen passports for stateless persons. Nansen passports. Would that be like the first
How do you pronounce
passports?
that again? Fridtjof? For you blew right by it. It was pretty good. I bought it.
Fridtjof Nansen.
I'll take Fridtjof.
Fridtjof.
You said it was such authority. It has to be right.
Well, don't look at me as an authority. Nansen passports. Originally and officially stateless persons' passports were internationally recognized refugee travel documents from 1922 to 1938, first issued by the League of Nations offices of the High Commissioner for Refugees to stateless refugees. But first passports. Old blue. So first passports issued in 1920. So this is around... So I think these might be the very first passports, period, because this is 1922 to 1938. And it's saying, following an agreement among the League of Nations to begin standardizing passports, the world's first passport, dubbed Old Blue, was issued in 1920. Okay, so these were not the very first, but they were close.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. I'm going to add this link into the underbar for anyone who's interested.
Old documents like that are cool. I like them.
Yeah. Let's see here. What else happened on this date? 1928, Jean Logie Baird demonstrated the first color television transmission in London. Oh, wow. 1928 colored TV? Jesus.
Yeah, it was early, but it never got to the people quite a bit later.
Yeah. 1937, Del Mar Turf Club, with coroner Bing Crosby as president and actor Pat O'Brien as a club officer, opened for racing.
Okay.
That has to be horse racing, right? Or,
Yeah, in Del Mar.
Okay.
Passed that a number of times down there going down to San Diego.
Vista Del Mar? No, well, that's the
Vista.
street, not
Yeah.
Del Mar.
No, Del Mar racetrack. It's right on the ocean, and you look over, there's a big racetrack, and the ocean's right off to it.
Okay. 1 year later, in 1938, President Franklin Roosevelt dedicated the Eternal Light Peace Memorial and lit the eternal flame at Gettysburg Battlefield.
Roosevelt. Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
1939, Ernst Heinkel demonstrated 800 kilometers per hour or 500 miles per hour rocket plane to Adolf Hitler. 1939.
Yeah.
And this is actually before the war. Because he invaded...
If they would have translated that into their jets,
yeah, well...
into the right jets.
Yeah. Well, like, they did bring jets in, but it was already too late.
Yeah.
But, you know,
They could have done it way earlier. He chose to not do it at that time.
Yeah, well, Hitler was more concerned with big guns than, you know, taking it to the air. So, 1944, double indemnity... I'm sorry, what?
Go for it.
Sorry, I carry big guns.
Yeah.
Go for it. 1944.
1944, double indemnity film noir directed by Billy Wilder and starring Fred McMurray and Barbara Stanwyck was released in Baltimore, Maryland. 1 year later, in 1945, James F. Byrnes became the 49th U.S. Secretary of State, succeeding Edward Stettinius.
Why do we care?
Stettinius. I don't know, because it's history. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like, to some degree, you got to care about everything, no matter how significant or insignificant, because everything does connect to each other, you know. So,
Okay.
1951, during the PGA Championship Men's Golf at Oakmont Golf Club, Sam Snead defeated Walter Burkemo 7-6 for his third PGA Championship title.
Sammy Snead, the great one.
Yeah, Sammy Snead. Oh yeah, that's right. You were going to be what was it? The machete? What was the name?
Machete?
Yeah, Beaver. The Cleaver.
Oh.
You want to name yourself Cleaver or something.
Yeah.
1953, Wimbledon's men's tennis. U.S. Vic Sanchez won his only Wimbledon singles title with a 9-7, 6-3, and 6-4 over Dane Kurt Nielsen. Dane is in Danish, not that's his name. He's a Danish man. A pastry boy, I guess. 365 days later, in 1954, Leonard Bernstein, Betty Comden, and Adolph Green's musical Wonderful Town, starring Rosalind Russell, closed at the Winter Garden Theater in New York City after 559 performances and 5 Tony Award wins.
Ooh, jeez.
Dang.
That's a lot of performances. 5 Tonys, that's huge.
I'm wondering, why is he holding his conductor thing right there? Is he giving like a middle finger?
Can't see it.
He has like a sticker right there, stick right there, you know. So, a little weird. 1954, U.S. Open Women's Golf at Salem Country Club. Babe Didrikson Zacharias won by a record 12 strokes from Betty Hicks in her comeback event 14 months after radical colon cancer surgery. Wow.
I gotta tell you, though, that photograph, she looks like a spitting image of Arlo Guthrie. Not a good thing for her, but...
Who's Arlo Guthrie?
You don't know, you never heard of Arlo Guthrie?
No.
Ah, yeah. Folk singer.
Arlo
Right out of the 60s.
Guthrie.
Real popular. Made in movies and all kinds of stuff.
Images. Arlo Guthrie. Oh, I got... Oh. But she's...
You gotta find a young picture of him.
But this is a woman.
I understand it's a woman. That's why I wasn't giving her a compliment. Yeah, there he is right there. Doesn't that kind of look like her? Come on.
Oh no.
I guess... a little bit.
That's what I was reminded of when I saw her picture.
I guess.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it. She does have some manly features.
Yeah, look at that chin. She kind of has a bit of a chin there.
That's the way to pronounce chin.
Yeah. Not as pronounced as Greta Van... What's her face?
Greta Van Susteren?
Yeah, Greta Van Susteren cannot move her
chin.
lower jaw. She just talks with moving her lips.
She's back on TV.
Yeah,
again.
she is.
Anyways, you gotta look up Arlo Guthrie, son of Woody Guthrie.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on up into 1958, the Andy Williams Show premiered on ABC, later moved to CBS and NBC. 365 days later, in 1959, during the Wimbledon's men's tennis, U.S.-based Peruvian Alex Olmedo won his only Wimbledon title, beating Rod Laver of Australia 6-4, 6-3, and 6-4.
Rod Laver was a great tennis player too.
Yeah. 1959 as well, British Open men's golf in Murfield. 23-year-old South African Gary Player won the first of his 9 major titles, 2 strokes clear of runners-up Fred Bullock and Floyd Van Donk. Well, what a fitting name, Gary Player.
Yeah.
He was a player.
Yeah, he was a good one too. Yeah. Look at all he won.
1964, Wimbledon's men's tennis. In an all-Australian final, Roy Emerson defeated Fred Stoll 6-4, 12-10, 4-6, 6-3. Emerson's first of 2 straight Wimbledon titles.
Don't remember him.
Well, neither do I. But I wasn't around to remember him, so...
No, you wouldn't.
No. 1965, Wimbledon women's tennis. Australian Margaret Smith defeated Maria Bueno of Brazil 6-4 and 7-5. Her second of 3 Wimbledon singles titles.
Muy bueno.
No bueno, she lost.
Maybe we're happy she lost. I don't know.
Well, judging by that picture, it looks like she is too.
We're kind of glad to get her out of the picture. Here's a great one.
1970, Wimbledon women's tennis. Margaret Court defeated Billie Jean King 14-12 and 11-9 for her third and final Wimbledon singles title and third leg of her successful Grand Slam. Here we go again with breakfast. Grand Slams.
A lot of tennis in this one today.
Yeah, well, it
Wimbledon
is
time.
Yeah, it's Wimbledon season. They do a lot of stuff around this time of year.
Well, no, it's the first part of July. It's going on right now.
Yeah. Yeah, where I've been noticing trends and everything. Like for a while, we had that Glastonbury festival. A lot of Glastonbury articles and everything. Yeah.
Remember.
Yeah, always held in Pilton, England. I know that.
Pelton?
Helter Skelter. 1974, pitching an MLB record 13th consecutive game for the LA Dodgers. Mike Marshall saved Tommy John's 4-1 win over the Cincinnati Reds.
Tommy John surgery is named after him. Elbow surgery, Tommy John surgery. He had muscles taken out of one part of his body and put into his elbow. Tendons, not muscles, tendons.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think I reported on that a couple days ago, or something like that.
Could have.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather be named after that than go the Lou Gehrig's route.
Yeah, well, he's probably still alive today, I would assume. So,
you know what? Let me look.
Has a good elbow.
Yeah, he's 79 years old, still alive. 1976, Wimbledon's men's tennis. Sweden's Bjorn Borg defeated Lili Natasi of Romania 6-4, 6-2, and 9-7 for the first of 5 straight Wimbledon titles.
Yeah, love that guy.
Bjorn Borg.
Bjorn Borg, yep.
One of the greatest tennis players, apparently.
Yeah.
Yep.
Last one to use a wood tennis racket.
Wow.
He didn't change.
I thought that would be standardized.
No, you would use whatever you want.
Oh.
Put him at a big disadvantage, actually. Still would.
Huh. Interesting. 1976, Brian Wilson performed with the Beach Boys after his 12-year stage absence at Anaheim Stadium in California. Hey, that's not far.
Yeah, well, the Beach Boys are from Southern California.
They're from the
Hawthorne.
beach. Yeah. 1981, Wimbledon's women's tennis. Chris Evert defeated Hannah Manikova 6-2, 6-2 for her third and final Wimbledon singles title. Another Wimbledon women's tennis in 1982, Martina
Navratilova.
That one defeated Chris Evert 6-1, 3-6, 6-2 for the first of 6 straight Wimbledon singles titles. 1983, Wimbledon's men's tennis. U.S. John McEnroe won his 5th career Grand Slam title. Outclassed Chris Lewis of New Zealand 6-2, 6-2, 6-2. Wow. What do you say?
The temper.
The temper.
He used to blow it and get just mad as hell.
Oh, okay.
There is a lot of Wimbledon here. My goodness.
Yeah. 1985, CBS announced a 21% stock buyback to thwart Ted Turner's takeover. Yep.
Founder of CNN.
Here we go. 1985. Back to the Future, directed by Robert Zemeckis and starring Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd, was released.
Yeah.
I remember when Back to the Future Day happened 8 years ago. So.
8 years ago?
2016. Or 2015. So 9 years ago. No, wait.
What's the significance of that?
Well, that was when they came to the future.
Oh, okay.
There were the flying cars and everything.
Yeah, okay.
So, on that date, where's my hoverboard? Where's my self-tying, sneakers, Nike? Come on. which they are in the works of that actually is a thing. There are self-tying shoes now, so that is real at least. 1986, U.S. President Reagan presided over relighting a renovated Statue of Liberty. Good. Well, that's pretty cool.
They fix something up.
Yeah.
Funny thing, I didn't knew the Statue of Liberty wasn't supposed to be green.
That's just over time.
No, it actually used to be gold. It's
it's a brass.
Well,
No,
yeah, it's copper.
That's why it turns green.
Yeah, it's oxidated. It's all rusty. So that's why it's green. But when
I
it was,
found that to be info.
I'm sorry.
I said I found that to be a neat bit of info that I learned.
Yeah, but can you imagine, like being an immigrant coming here and seeing that shining gold statue, or copper or whatever? It looks gold, but it's copper, But to have it, actually, let's see here. Statue of Liberty
No.
original. Here we go. This is what it used to look like. Can you imagine seeing that? That's just astonishing. I mean, it still looks great in green, but
Yeah.
if they refurbished it,
But you can see a lot of old roofs on old buildings. They're all green. It's copper roof.
yeah. What else happened on this date? 1987, controversial New York Mets MLB star Darryl Strawberry threatened teammates for criticizing his play. He is now an ordained minister. This guy. That's pretty funny.
He was druggy, unfortunately, with coke.
Dang.
Took him down, and then he tried to come back a number of times. Now he's a minister. Good for him.
You know what? That just brings up something. Straw. Because you were saying he was with coke?
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's how he got the straw and strawberry.
Boo. Boo.
1988 Canadian Open Women's Golf, or Du Maurier Classic in Vancouver Golf Club. Hey, here you go.
Yeah, my hometown.
Sally Little won by one stroke from Laura Davies of England. Well, I guess you could say she had a little bit of a lead.
Don't belittle me.
1988, the Faith Sultan Mehmet Bridge in Istanbul, Turkey was completed, providing the second connection between the continents of Europe and Asia over the Bosphorus. Huh. Let's see here. Faith Sultan Mehmet Bridge. Let's take a look at that. Oh, that's a cool bridge. So that was the second crossing from, where was it? Hold on. The Europe and Asia over the Bosphorus. Huh.
Looks a lot like the Golden Gate Bridge.
No.
I mean, not over the water it is, but the design of it, yeah.
I guess, well, it's a suspension bridge.
Yeah,
But
exactly what I'm saying.
But I mean, it's not nearly, it doesn't have as many rungs,
Well, it's not nearly as big.
Yeah.
That's a huge span over that thing.
Yeah.
They're constantly painting that year round?
Yep.
When they're done, it needs a new coat.
When they're done, they just go right back to the start and just keep going. Yeah, no, it's a constant project. Well, because of, the solidity in the air, the salt water and everything, just eating away at all that paint.
The weather's brutal right in there, too.
Yeah. All the fog, The fog is really, corrosive, especially from the sea.
Yeah, right there, right off the sea.
Moving on up into 1999, Wimbledon's women's tennis. In the centenary women's singles final, German Steffi Graf defeated Czech Jana Notovana 7-6, 1-6, 6-4. 1994.
Sorry, I think you.
I'm sorry?
I said sorry. I think you said 1999.
No, 1993. Maybe I said 9. I don't know, but it was 1993. My apology if it was wrong.
My apologies if I got that wrong too.
Stop being a Canadian.
We're looking at Senor here making the mistake. He always does.
1994, Wimbledon's men's tennis. U.S. Pete Sampras successfully defended the title against Goran Ivanisevic of Croatia 7-6, 7-6, and 6-0. Yeah, what a...
Good Lord, well,
Yeah, I told you some of these names are just Like my tongue wants to, yeah, commit Sudoku, which is a very puzzling way to die.
Man,
So
this is just all Wimbledon. What is it? Finals going on now or something?
apparently,
Jeez.
it's Wimbledon season. 2004, Wimbledon women's tennis. Maria Sharapova became the first Russian player to win Wimbledon, defeating defending champion Serena Williams 6-1, 6-4. Well, that's incredible. Serena is really good. So, and her sister is Sonoma.
No, not Sonoma.
Serena Williams.
And I've lost the other one. Not Sonoma though.
Let's see here. Serena.
Williams sisters. Serena
Yeah.
Williams and sisters.
Well, this is not going to load anyway. So,
Okay.
moving on up into 2005, Wimbledon men's tennis. Roger Federer made it its 3 straight Wimbledon titles, beating U.S. Andy Roddick 6-2, 7-6, and 6-4. 2006, Detroit Red Wings legend Steve Yzerman officially retired from the National Hockey League, finishing with 692 goals and 1,755 points. Good lord, that's a lot of points. Let's see here. Well, it's not going to tell me her sister. Venus, there we go.
Yeah. Yep.
Alright. Now, 2006, British singer-songwriter Lily Allen released her debut single, Smile.
Have you heard of her? I haven't.
I have not, but she's not smiling in that picture either, so, you know.
No.
1 year later, 2007,
No.
the American... I'm sorry? What's up?
No, I was just not smiling.
Ah, yeah. 2007, the America's Cup. Swiss defender Al Lingi defeated Team New Zealand by 1 second to take the series 5-2 off Valencia, Spain. Dang. Yachtsman. Okay, so this was like a boat race.
Yeah.
1 second.
Wow. I don't know if that's super, super close or if it's like, it can't be like sprints where it's tenths of seconds.
Yeah.
But this is a whole deal, so 1 second's got to be really tight.
Yeah, 1 second is rather tight.
Because these are huge sailing crafts. That
Yeah.
their whole teams on these things.
Yeah. 2010, Wimbledon women's tennis. Serena Williams successfully defeated her crown, overpowering Vera Zvonareva of Russia 6-3 and 6-2. 1 year later, 2011, Wimbledon's men's tennis. God, is this just a Wimbledon show or something?
Kid.
Novak Djokovic of Serbia defeated Spaniard Rafael Nadal 6-4, 6-1, 1-6, 6-3 for his first Wimbledon title. Huh.
Many more to come.
Yeah. 2017, French President Emmanuel Macron did a speech at Palace of Versailles proposing radical government changes, including reductions of MPs, which is not military police, but it's a municipal persons or something.
I don't know.
Yeah, something like that.
I just always thought of it as military.
It's not. No, like prime minister. Like I think like PMs or MPs are supposed to be prime ministers, minister primes. I don't know. Macron, though, is such a piece of crap. 2018, former Malaysian Prime Minister Najib Razak was arrested for corruption charges, accused of stealing $700 million, or $700 million whatever, from State Development Fund 1MDB. So $700 million whatever he was embezzled. Oh. 2018 as well, Cardi B became the first female rapper to get 2 #1 U.S. Billboard hits with I Like It, with Bad Bunny and J Balvin. Cardi B though, she's just like a mumble trash rapper or something like that.
I don't know.
Whoop-de-doo. No. Wait, isn't Cardi B the one who did WAP? Right?
Oh God,
WAP, wet ass pussy. You know.
like
Cardi B WAP. Yeah, I think she is. So yeah.
I would not. I don't.
Yeah.
I've never heard of her, so I can't tell you what she's done.
She's trash. Anyway, 2018 U.S.
We've ruined her career, haven't we?
Yeah, good. She doesn't deserve one.
Oh, wait a minute.
2018 U.S. Justice and Education Departments rescinded Obama affirmative action policies in college admissions. That does not sound good.
What happened to merit in this country? We've lost it.
Yeah. It's absolutely appalling. Before we get into bursts and deaths, were there any articles that, grabbed your guys' interests,
Well, I like the little stuff when we go back in 1400 and we didn't remember any of the names or cultures that were tied to it. I remember none of that.
Yeah.
It just kind of brings home how quickly we forget.
Yeah. Like George Washington surrendering to the French.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's interesting. Portugal giving, portions of India to, the England.
Yeah.
You know? What about you, Lokes? You there?
Yo.
Oh. Any articles grab your attention today?
The astonishing amount of Wimbledon.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like it was said, it's that time of year.
Yep. That time of year. Anyway, moving on into the births, starting us off in 1423, we have Louis the 11th. He was a king of France from 1461 until his death in 1483, and he was born in Bourges, France. Look at that nose, what a
I
honker.
wonder how far back Louis the First goes if this is 1423 and he's the 11th.
Well, Louis the First of what country?
Or whatever his great-great-great-great-grandfather would be.
So, Louis the First of France. First of France. Let's see here. Louis the First, 778.
Wow.
April 16th, 778. Not 17, 7.
7. I know.
Yeah.
That's older than me.
Not by much.
No, pretty close.
Yeah. 1567, Samuel de Champlain was a French explorer. He explored Lake Champlain, hence why we call it Lake Champlain. He was born in Bourges, or La Rochelle in France, dying in 1635. So yeah, he's a famous explorer.
Your aunt lived on Lake Champlain.
Which one?
Well, I don't say names here, but your aunt.
Okay.
Back east, who do you think it is?
Oh, that one. Okay. 1870, Richard Benford Bennett was born on this date. He was the 11th Prime Minister of Canada, serving from 1930 through 35. He was born in Hopewell Hill, New Brunswick, 1947. And wait, don't they have weird currency over there? They shape
I knew you were going to say that.
They shape like
Damn
little tiny.
dream. Whatever, share a dream with you. Sorry, that's inside stuff.
It's an inside joke. My dad had some weird dream where he ended up in New Brunswick and he was trying to use a payphone and their coins were little dumbbells or something.
Yeah, three-dimensional stuff.
Yeah, three-dimensional coins. 1878, George M. Cohan was the American father of musical comedy, Phantom President, Give My Regards to Broadway. He was born in Providence, Rhode Island, dying in 1942. 1883, Franz Kafka was a Czech author, Metamorphosis, Trial, and America. He was born in Prague in Austria-Hungary, dying in 1924. Kafka, that's where the term Kafka-esque comes from. Metamorphosis and everything it's actually like The Fly.
Yeah.
That's based off of Kafka-esque. Metamorphosizing.
Okay.
So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I learned something.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole point of this show. So educate and have fun. So. 1937, Tom Stoppard was born on this date. He is a Czech-born British playwright. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern, 1968, Tony. He was born in Zlin in Czechoslovakia, which I don't think Czechoslovakia even exists anymore. It's now like the Czech Republic and Slovakia.
Well,
they got split.
It is the Czech Republic.
Yeah. Then we have Jean-Claude Duvalier, born in 1951, also known as Baby Doc. He was a Haitian dictator and deposed Haitian president for life, serving from 1971 through 86, or I guess ruling from. He was infamous for his brutality. He was born in Port-au-Prince in Haiti, dying in 2014. Thank God.
So much for life, though. He didn't end up ruling for life, did he?
He tried to. So.
True.
Also in 1951, we have Sir Richard Hadley. He was a New Zealand cricket all-rounder, ends the 86 tests, 3,124 runs, and 431 wickets, whatever the hell that means. He was born in Christchurch, Canterbury. Tom Cruise. Oh, hey, Tom Cruise, good old Unitooth. Born in 1962, he is a U.S. actor, a Risky Business, Jerry Maguire, Rain Man. Why don't they put Top Gun in there?
Yeah, that you think they
Like
would.
Top Gun.
Now, what did you say in the beginning?
Unitooth.
What is that? You got up.
He has a tooth right in the middle. Like here, let me show you. Like
So this is made up by you.
no,
Unitooth.
Tom Cruise. Because you know what a unibrow is, right?
Yeah.
Well, this is a unitooth. You draw a line straight down his face. He has a tooth right in the middle of his head.
Who comes up with this stuff?
But see, like if you watch any of his movies, like there is never one scene where the camera is focused on him, like from the front. It's always at an angle.
Really?
Always, because he doesn't want it to pick up on his unitooth.
Holy cow.
Yeah, actors are very vain, you know. But then again, like, you know, they have to be, because you have people always going after them for their looks. Like what's her face from Transformers? She has toe thumbs.
What is that?
Her thumbs look like toes. Like you know
Really?
big toes?
Yeah.
Yeah, her thumbs look like big toes. She has toe thumbs. So, what was her face?
Well, listen, give Tom Cruise a few more years and he'll just be happy to have teeth.
Yeah. What's her face? Here we go. See? Look. Her
Oh, okay.
She has toe thumbs.
Who comes
Megan
up with
Fox.
this stuff? It's unbelievable.
Megan Fox, that was her name. Yeah. But see, you know, straight up. Even the weenus, it looks like a toe. You know? Anyway, moving on up, we have Moises Alou, was born on this date in 1966. Was a U.S. Major League Baseball outfielder for the Montreal Expos, born in Atlanta, Georgia. Audra McDonald, 1970, a U.S. Tony, Grammy, and Emmy award-winning theatrical and operatic singer and stage and screen actress. Damn, that's a hell of a resume right there. Lady Day at Emerson's Bar and Grill. Sweeney Todd, ooh, that's a good one. Rise and Fall of the City of Mahogany and Private Practice and The Good Wife. Wow. Born in West Berlin. Born in West Berlin.
Okay. What's amazing about West Berlin?
Well, I mean, like, you know, it doesn't exist anymore. Well, I mean, it's all Berlin is reunited, but like, you know.
Yeah, but that's not uncommon. A lot of people were born in West Berlin.
Yeah, but in a small fraction of history.
Yeah.
You know.
Thank your lucky star she wasn't born in East Berlin.
Well, yeah.
We wouldn't know of her today.
Yeah. Ooh, hero to humanity, Julian Assange, born on this date in 1971. He is the Australian founder of WikiLeaks, born in Townsville, Queensland. I didn't know he was Australian.
That either.
I thought
trying to expedite him back to
the U.S.
Yeah, in fact, they got the clearance from Britain to do it.
Oh yeah,
So
it was
he's fighting
him.
It now.
Yeah, Julian Assange. Yeah, so now he's in custody. What's his face? Edward Snowden is still in Russia.
Yeah.
So. Sebastian Vettel was born on this date in 1987. He is a German auto racer, World Formula One Drivers' Champion of 2010 and through the 13th. He was born in Hepperlein, Hesse, Germany. Huh. He even kind of looks German. Like, you know, kind of has that German look. I don't know, like...
Serious?
I guess. Like...
I don't know. What does German look like?
I don't know. Anyway, moving on into deaths. Hetty Green died on this date in 1916, also known as Henrietta Hetty Green. She was a U.S. businesswoman and financier whose wealth and miserliness saw her known as the Witch of Wall Street. Died of a stroke at the age of 81. So we have the Wolf of Wall Street and the Witch of Wall Street. You know? Mm-hmm. Well, we have the wolf, the witch, now we just need the wardrobe.
How about why?
No, you know, the lion, the witch, and the wardrobe.
Yeah.
What's up, Loke?
I said, where's the lion?
Yeah. Yeah. 1933, Hippolyto Yrigoyen.
Not bad. Good shot.
Thank you. Was a president of Argentina, serving from 1916 through 22 and 1928 through 30, and he died at the age of 80. Jim Morrison died on this date in 1971. He was a U.S. singer-songwriter for The Doors and poet. Died of heart failure, allegedly caused by an accidental heroin overdose at the age of 27.
Yeah,
that sucks.
I know. I know him.
Personally?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's right. No, I knew you knew somebody from The Doors. I didn't know you knew this guy.
I knew all of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We're going to have to talk about
this. My best friend was their general manager. Was their Not General Movie.
Oh, is this when they hired you to be a bodyguard for that one time, or is that a different thing?
No, that's the same. They didn't hire me to be a bodyguard.
Well, they had you come in.
I just went in with my buddy, and
Yeah.
I kind of surmised when they were dropping their agents.
Yeah.
But they kind of had me there, sitting by quietly, just in case anything went down poorly.
So that you have a direct hand in music history of this nation.
Oh,
Do you know
I
that?
don't know about that? No,
You know, you were in there when they were dropping. No, if you weren't there, that would have played out differently. Think
Well,
about
they
it.
were already successful. They were dropping their agent.
Yeah, but it probably would have happened later had you
Nothing
not been
went
there.
down. No, same thing would have went. Just nothing happened.
Except that you're part of history. Okay.
Okay. You make it more of it than it is.
I'm a historian, and I'm living with history right here. I'm not calling him a fossil, but like, you know.
Well, here's an odd thing. I knew he had died through my best friend.
Yeah.
And it hadn't been announced to the public.
Yeah, that's right. You told me about
Had
that.
to be quiet.
You were one of like the first like half dozen people in the world who knew.
Yeah. Kind of
That's
weird.
That's incredible.
It was like that for a couple days.
I'm sorry. I hope I didn't make you feel sad or anything.
No, nothing.
Oh.
No.
Yeah. This guy knew Jim Morrison. Holy
Not
shit.
well. Knew him.
Hey,
Wouldn't call us friends. Just knew him.
Canadians always humble. 1933, Don Drysdale was a U.S. Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher, World Series of 1959, 63, and 65, a 9-time MLB All-Star, Cy Young Award of 1962, and was part of Brooklyn/LA Dodgers. Died of a heart attack at the age of 56.
Yeah, that was a shock.
Yeah, that's a heck of a resume too, right there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And he was second fiddle. Why? Because he pitched at the same time with Sandy Koufax, which is one of the all-time greats.
Yeah.
Could you imagine those 1 and 2 pitchers?
No.
They were unbeatable.
Yeah. 1994, Lou Hode died on this date. He was an Australian tennis player for the Wimbledon 1956 through 57, Australian Championships of 1956, and French Championships in 1956 as well. Died of a heart attack at 59. Oh, 2 heart attacks. Dang. Well, I guess that's the end of death. So, that concludes the show today. Once again, check the underbar, the description for any links that you may be interested in. For your dose of past events daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time. For all of you and all of us, I am A.O. Xander.
Golden Loon.
And I'm Bloke.
And you are you. And until you catch us tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Until then, toodles. Let's go, Brandon.